Maximo, by far the largest dinosaur ever found. He was found in Patagonia, Argentina, where he was buried under iron-rich soil, which gave him this rusty red color. So how did Maximo come all the way from Argentina to Chicago? Communication manager at Museo Paleontologico Egidio Ferruglio, also known as MEF, Florencia Gijena, offers to explain.
Well, it was quite a journey, travel in a truck from Trelew, where our museum is, to Buenos Aires, the capital city in Argentina, and then were shipped in a ship by sea to New York. 2 months of traveling to New York, and then from New York to Chicago by train, and then by truck again from the train station to the Film Museum. So we're 2.5 months of traveling.
And with pre-display and post-display work, it takes way longer for Maximo to stand alone without these stunts as a complete exhibit. It's even more work with more time and more people involved when it comes to building a full exhibition. Take the upcoming Antarctic Dinosaurs exhibition, for example. The project began all the way back in 2012.
Our involvement at a curatorial level can take sort of, I would say, many levels of investment. With Antarctic, it was actually my idea. I went to management, to exhibits directions, and said, I think we have a unique opportunity to do something. And that was as far back as 2012. The general ideas of the story we wanted to tell, the different perspectives on Antarctica and its prehistory, those had already been developed since 2012.
So Pete and his team of scientists did a lot of digging and finding fossils in Antarctica. But they cannot jump into studying the findings right at the spot without the help from other professionals, like Akiko Shinya here.
My main job is to prepare fossils. I go out in the field work, molding and casting, infections, conservation of fossils, so on and so forth. Preparing fossils basically is to expose fossil out of the rock. The fossils are typically encased in rocks of various kinds, so our job is to remove the rocks away from the fossils and expose the fossils. Curator will tell me what they want to see, and then we do we uncover or we expose what they want to see.
After getting back the prepared fossils, curators and researchers study them further. One of the postdoctoral researcher, Eric Gorsak, uses some state-of-the-art technology to gain better understanding in all dimensions.
So the first start is you have your fossil. We'll just pretend this is a fossil. Actually, this is a 3D print, so this is kind of the end product, but let's just pretend it's a fossil. There's different ways of getting this information onto a computer. One way is through CT scanning. But once we have all that 3D data and corrected and fixed up to how we like it, we can send it off to be 3D printed, in which case we have a 3D printed bone right here. But we can do other things besides just taking the bone itself. We can take the empty spaces and model that. So let's say we have a skull. We can take that negative space and fill it in to get an idea of what the brain shape is like. Another fun way is using a hand scanner. We do have one over here, so if you want to follow me. So you're able to just kind of take a bunch of pictures from different angles using this, and the software is able to reconstruct that 3D shape based on what the instrument's seeing, so you can make an instant 3D model of it.
So now, we have found fossils, prepared them, and thoroughly studied them. But we still need to develop stories around them and figure out how we're going to display them. And this is where exhibition team kicks in.
We kind of divide our development process into stages. The first stage is just learn as much as I can about what possibilities there are, so we could kind of start to assess what we could put in the exhibition. The next phase is for me to kind of digest all of that and start making proposals for how we could organize the exhibition in terms of a storyline from the beginning to the end. So then we kind of slide into a design phase where the designers are producing drawings of case layouts and backdrops and replications, and we're doing a lot of figuring out, could this be a video, could this be an interactive, sort of assessing what those things would be. And then we kind of shift to the production phase. As developers, we finish writing text to fill in the slots that have been allotted for how many objects we have and how much graphic panel space we have. and the production team starts building stuff, replication team starts building things.
In addition to all those stages, after rounds and rounds of fact-checking and confirmation among all the different teams, exhibition is good to go with just one more step: installation. It doesn't look like an exhibition yet, but it will by June 15th, 2018. So mark your calendars so that you can be greeted by Maximo and be accompanied by Antarctic dinosaurs on your Jurassic journey here at the Field Museum.